In this video, we will be discussing movie night on Dancing with the Stars. Just to let you guys know, nobody got eliminated, mostly because Ray Lewis all of a sudden had to withdraw from the competition due to an injury, which I'll tell you guys about later in this video. So let's get into it. How's it going, guys? It's Eric Sharkey, aka Dancing with the Stars Superfan, back with another video. And I'm going to be telling you guys about movie night a couple days ago, and let me just say, it was pretty interesting. So, let's get right into the video. First up was Lauren and Gleb dancing to the tango to Ray Orbison's song, Pretty Woman, to the movie with the same name. Len was a little bit disappointed as the crowd boos. This was full on attack, drive, and purpose. The tango was excellent. He also stated she could have lowered her left arm a little. Lastly, he said, terrific attitude and getting out there. Bruno said that was a raspy tango, full throttle. I'm telling you, some of the lines were very good. Watch your transitions though. Engage your core. Carrie-Anne definitely loved the confidence. She still needs to work on the musicality. She noticed a lot of that when she was in the hold, when she was leaning on Gleb. She needs to be less wobbly, but Carrie-Anne still loved it. Now, that was a slight improvement, but it was an okay tango. I know that she's trying, but she needs to keep working on her mistakes, like her arms and some other things that the judges are telling her about. And I think she'll do just fine. And the judges' scores are Carrie-Anne a 6, Len a 7, Bruno a 7, which gives them a score 20 out of 30. So that's a good score. Next up is Hannah and Alan dancing to the rumba to Hold On by Wilson Phillips from the movie Bridesmaids. During the rehearsal package, Hannah told us one of her best friends, Olivia, is getting married and she is going to be the maid of honor. When she was at the bachelorette party, Alan was there as a security guard and they were like partying, and I loved every second of it. Bruno said, no need for a wedding planner. This could be the one for him. He said she is a wonderful dancer, but this is a rumba and she has to put her feet on the floor more. Carrie-Anne said her lines are exquisite, but she needs more hip action. It looked like more like a cheerleading dance, but a very good one. The last thing she said, Hannah needs to lose the jazz stylings. Len knows she did a lot of ballet as a young lady, like she mentioned a couple times. He said she has beautiful musicality. Occasional down below, she needs more hip action. Even though she needs to work on her hip action more, it was still considered a great dance and a great rumba. And the judges' scores are, they were all 7s from Carrie-Anne and Len and Bruno, which gives them a score 21 out of 30. Karamo and Jenna doing the jive to I'm Still Standing by Elton John from the movie Rocket Man, which is inspired by the life and career of Elton John. Carrie-Anne first said, bravo! That was not the greatest. There were a lot of mistakes, but what she liked is that he came out of here and entertained them and gave them joy. But the toning on his feet just wasn't there. She hopes he doesn't go home because Carrie-Anne wants to see more of him. What Len liked is that he didn't mess about. He came right out and danced the jive. However, it is what it is. Going wrong is like getting a hinky. Everyone can notice it, no matter how much he tried to cover it up. Bruno said, look at the bright side. He did go off like a rocket. Karamo lost his footwork, but he had a very difficult dance. Bruno is pretty sure if he's back next week, he'll be bigger and better. I have to admit, that jive was a little sloppy and it had some mistakes to it. So it wasn't a very good dance and he needs to work on his footwork a little more. He did well last week, but for this week, not so well. And the judges' scores are Carrie-Anne a 5, Len a 5, and Bruno a 6, which gives them a score 16 out of 30. Ali and Sasha dancing to the rumba to one of Ali's favorite movies of all time, Selena. The song that they did was Dreaming of You. Len said she did fantastically and he really enjoyed the performance. And then the end finished him off. Bruno said she really put her heart and soul into that dance and they all felt it. Carrie-Anne said she's truly such an emotional dancer. She had chills the whole time. Carrie-Anne is so happy this season is about technique. That is exactly what the judges are looking for. It had passion. It was like her alter ego. That was a massive improvement from Ali and Sasha. I knew she was going to be a contender, but with a lot of practice and patience, it really paid off for them. And the judges' scores are, they were all 8s, from Carrie-Anne, Len, and Bruno, which gives them a score 24 out of 30. James and Emma doing the rumba to Shallow by Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper from the movie A Star is Born. Bruno can definitely say there was nothing shallow about that performance. It is harder for a man to do the rumba, and he even made Emma look fantastic, which is good. Carrie-Anne said it was so much poetry, beautiful choreography. He let go of every ounce of emotion. She lastly said it was stunning. Len said he got a little bit wide in his hip action, which impeded his hip action. This was a little too much on the passionate side for Len. James and Emma put together another solid dance, and he got a great score, which is on the positive side. So far the scores are Carrie-Anne an 8, Len a 7, Bruno an 8, which gives them a score 23 out of 30. Next up is Kate and Pasha dancing to the quick step to 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton from the movie with the same name. Carrie-Anne said it was so precise, it was good, she was working really hard, and it is really paying off. Len really liked it, she got right into character, and he liked the performance. Bruno said loudly, "Like the movie, this is a big hit." I was so speechless how well they did. I definitely think Kate and Pasha will be contenders, and they will go quite far if they continue to do well. I guess bringing Pasha as a new pro was kind of worth it for me, and I can't wait to see more of them. And the judges' scores are, they were all 8, which ties it up with Ali and Sasha, giving them a score 24 out of 30. Lamar and Peta dancing to the cha-cha to Old Time Rock and Roll by Bob Seger from the movie Risky Business from Tom Cruise. Len liked to see Lamar dance because he is so much fun and he was optimistic. He had to do a couple of basic steps and the wheels fell off a bit. Bruno said he started quite well, but he couldn't manage it to the end. He admired him for trying. Carrie-Anne said this week Lamar channeled the love from the audience. He had more confidence, he was doing well until the one misstep. So far, it was a little better than I expected. Let me just say, if he didn't have that misstep, I think it would have been a lot better, but he did a good job though. They probably would have gotten at least 5s if he didn't have that mess up. As a result, the scores are, they were all 4s, like the scores last week, gives them a score 12 out of 30. Sailor and Val dancing to the tango to Mamma Mia by Meryl Streep from the movie Mamma Mia, which is her and her mother's favorite movie that they enjoy watching together because every time when they watch it, they cannot stop smiling from ear to ear. Bruno can really see that she listened to them, she worked very hard, and it showed a great feel and a great tango. Carrie-Anne said it was very clever to enhance that with lifts. What a transformation, she felt everything Sailor was doing. Len felt it was full of snap, crackle, and pop. Lots of clever moments. This was a fantastic routine. Well done. Great job, Sailor. That is a big improvement. That was her best dance so far, and I knew she can do it because I knew that she had the heart, and I knew I had the heart and soul to believe in Sailor that they will be potential contenders this season if they do well. And as a result, the judges' scores are Carrie-Anne a 7, Len an 8, and Bruno an 8, which gives them a score 23 out of 30. Next up is Kale and Whitney dancing to the rumba to My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion from the hit movie Titanic. Carrie-Anne said it was a really solid dance. She can tell how hard he was working. She also stated not to be tight though and smooth it out. Len said it needed more shaping in his hands, but get that through his thumb. And Len would have liked to see a bit more toning. But it was a good solid performance. Bruno said, look at the bright side. Like the Titanic, he didn't sink. He said Kale is a solid performer, just soften up a little bit. He has enough talent to work on it and come back. I really thought his dance did really well, but I felt like he was a little bit too tight, but next week I think he'll do better. The judges' scores are Carrie-Anne a 7, Len a 6, Bruno a 7, which gives him a score 20 out of 30, which is the same score as last week. And last but not least, Sean and Lindsay dancing to the cha-cha to Night Fever by Bees Gees from the movie Saturday Night Fever. Len said it was more like the Monday Night Lukewarm. Him walking along his feet are great. He started to do stuff and he was pigeon-toed, although he mastered the roly-poly, which is good. Bruno said, you are a genius. You turned Saturday Night Fever into a disaster blockbuster. Nobody would want to watch that again. Carrie-Anne loved that he is living his best life right now and he's having such a great time. He smiled from the beginning to the end no matter what, but he has to loosen up a little bit. I thought he did okay, but I did see a little misstep, but he's still hanging there really good and he had a good roly-poly. And the judges' scores are, they were all 5s from Carrie-Anne and Len and Bruno gives them a score 15 out of 30. Now let's go look at the results. Kale and Whitney, Lamar and Peta are in the bottom 2. Len said, well, because of Ray Lewis's departure, nobody is leaving tonight. Ray and Cheryl were going to do the cha-cha to Twist and Shout by the Beatles to the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The cause of the injury was actually an Achilles tendons injury, which he suffered in 2010 during his career. The doctor said he needed surgery, just pretend. If he continued to dance with that type of injury, it could get really worse than that. So, Rashad Jennings had to fill in and dance for him, and he did a really good job, but it wasn't scored. And if you guys want to know who Rashad Jennings is, he is the season 24 champion of Dancing with the Stars, who gave Emma Slater her first mirror ball of her career. Alright, now let's go take a look at the leaderboard. Ali and Sasha and Kate and Pasha tied for the lead with 24 points. James and Emma and Sailor and Val tied for second with 23 points. And in third place is Hannah and Alan with 21 points. Lauren and Gleb with 20. Kayla and Whitney tied with Lauren and Gleb with 20 points. Karamo and Jenna with 16 points. Sean and Lindsay with 15 points. And Lamar and Peta with 12 points. Just so you guys know, the judges' scores and the votes will carry on to next week. So far, the top 7 are actually pretty close, and they're showing some great competition this season, which I'm really enjoying so far. My prediction, who will be gone next week, just in case if there are no injuries, it's either going to be Lamar Odom or Sean Spicer, but we'll have to wait and see. So next week is week 4, which means we're going to have a guest judge. That will be Leah Renemy, who was on Dancing with the Stars season 17, who was partnered with Tony Duvolani. And she also subbed in for Aaron Andrews one time in season 21. This will be part of the cast from the past week starting in October. And that'll do it for this episode recap. So hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and comment down below. And be sure to tune in for my next video next time for my next Dance with the Stars content video. And once again, that'll do it for another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Eric Sharkey, aka Dance with the Stars Superfan. Catch you next time.